respect to Lao, the launching of Lao Visit Laos Year 2018, I myself decided to come over to Vientiane to join the launching of this ceremony. I was very impressed the preparation for the launching, and it was very timely organization, because this is just during the That Long Festival. At the same time, it's the end of the year. It is very important to make sure that necessary preparation must be made before actually the year itself, 2018 itself. Now, with respect to the bilateral relation between Laos and the United Kingdom, as you may be aware, there are a number of areas that we have been enjoying our bilateral mutually beneficial cooperation. I just like to focus on the area of tourist promotion. Tourist promotion between our two countries has been quite successful in the past years, although there has not really been large-scale cooperation. But I just like to mention that the British people are one of the most frequently visitors to many countries around the world. They like to travel, if you like. That is why, according to the figure that we have received every year, there are more than 40,000 British visiting Laos each year. It means that it is the highest, if we don't count Lao community living in France, it's the highest. If we count Lao community living in France, then those who come from France is the highest. So 40,000 tourists from Great Britain visiting Laos means a lot, because the British people come over to Laos to spend. They are not backpackers, mainly are not backpackers. They are bigger spenders. In terms of specific areas of cooperation in tourist promotion, I believe that Great Britain has a very strong and traditional tourist industry because this country, although the size of the country is very similar to the size of Laos, or nearly the same. The population is about 65 million people, and Laos too is about about 10% of Great Britain, or 6.5 million. There has been so many tourists going to Great Britain, let alone going to the city of London, the capital of United Kingdom. Each year, nearly 20 million people visit London alone, and all together in the whole country, the tourists visit to UK is nearly the same size of the population of the country itself. But London already occupies nearly 1/3 of the whole number of tourists. That is the general picture of how successful tourist industry the Great Britain has been promoting, has been enjoying, and has been benefiting from this industry. That is why being the ambassador of Laos to the United Kingdom, I really like to see more cooperation between Laos and the UK in this area. This is one of the niche of Lao governments, of our country, tourist industry, because this area of industry, this area of promotion can bring benefits to larger population of Laos. There are a number of ways to cooperate. The first one is cooperation between government to government. I think there has been kind of approach already between UK government, Lao government in the area of tourism. For example, lately in April, the governor of the Vientiane capital when visited London and the UK, there has been a good discussion on this particular area of tourist promotion. And what we need to do is how to implement the outcome of the visit itself. For example, and we need to make sure that private sector, tourist industry or companies of the two countries engage themselves to make sure that there is kind of interaction between the companies of the two countries. That is number one. Number two, I believe that we in ASEAN we have been quite successful in tourist industry because we have been engaging among ourselves, among ASEAN member states. There has been also the regular meeting among ministers and responsible for tourists. And that is why I think ASEAN can also work together with Great Britain, because now Great Britain is negotiating to be out of European Union itself. It's a good opportunity for Laos as part of ASEAN to further engage. In addition to Laos with the UK on the bilateral basis, but now under ASEAN itself, we can engage with them because tourist industry would bring more benefit if we do it by package, by a group of countries. Because tourist people like to spend less, but like to see more. They spend less, see more. If there is a package, they tend to see various countries in the same goal, same visit. For example, they take a package to visit the countries in the former Indochina country, Laos, Vietnam, and Cambodia. They could go first to Laos and then to Luang Prabang, in general to Laos, and then to Vietnam, and then down to Cambodia. Or cooperation between a package covering Laos, Myanmar, and Thailand, for example. This is just some examples of how can we benefit from sub-regional and regional cooperation in the areas of tourism. I'd like to also make sure that awareness is in place, because tourist industry awareness is something that countries are trying to do very much. We must do more in this area, because although Laos is a member of United Nations, but it doesn't mean that many people know Laos. In Great Britain, for example, people know our neighboring countries more than Laos itself. That is why the launching of Visit Laos Year 2018 is very important. There are means to further promote this, to increase the public awareness. Number one, launching has already done. Number two, I think through internet, through social media. Internet could be done through a number of ways. Of course, I think the ministry concerned must have been working on this already. And we need to cooperate with a private television company, for example, because they are well known, they are widely watched, CNN or BBC. We need to allocate certain amount of budget to make sure that people really know Laos. Because CNN is the channel, or RT, are the channels that so billion of people watch. If we use, let alone our effort to use Lao national television, it has not gone that far. So we need CNN, we need BBC, and we need other big international channel. That is the main one. The other one that I'd just like to mention is that the embassies, and we have embassies around the world. So far we have nearly 40, an embassy and consular general. We need, and many visitors, before coming to Laos, they go there to get visa, or they just simply visit our premises. They ask for brochure, they ask for some information about Lao culture, Lao tourist site. occasionally we just provide them only one piece of paper because we don't have really information to share with them. Many times we have to sit down and explain them mouth to mouth rather than giving them brochure. That is why with the launching of our tourist visit year 2018, we need to produce more pamphlets, produce more handout to make sure that embassies and missions of Laos abroad can give to visitors when they come and when we interact with them. The newspapers, it's also important. I think newspapers in Great Britain are well known. Financial Times or The Guardian, for example. I have opportunity to meet journalists from these two main newspapers. They also mentioned about the need to further promote Laos. Occasionally, I think we need to hire them, or we need to invest a bit on that. Now, I just like to touch upon how the Embassy of Laos in the UK, or an Embassy of Laos in the other countries, assist Lao government or assist the tourist industry on this. Is that we have to establish a more permanent link not only between the embassies of Laos with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but we need to link directly between our embassy, our missions with Tourist Authority of Laos. If you like to ask us to further promote tourism, then you just directly approach us, because we are really over there. We are representing the whole country. We are not representing only one ministry. That is why I think I am trying to propose to you that we work together. Of course, we have been working together, but we can do more on that. This is in general. But now, the other aspect that I think that we now can do is that when there is or there are international exhibition on tourists, because this is the launching of Lao Visit Year, we should attend. Our participation in those forums is very important, because hundreds of tourists and companies and hundreds of countries attend. It's one opportunity, and then we got opportunity to meet all of them at the same time. It's a place where we can interact with so many companies. Thousands of companies attend, so we can approach them. We can even sit down and make arrangements, come up with a plan to do business with them. And also, I think whenever we hear about tourist promotion in London or in the area, in the countries where I am responsible, I will further inform you. This is my initial feedback or my initial comments how to further promote tourist industry, especially on the occasion of the launching of Visit Laos Year 2018. Thank you.